Josh was a very happy, easygoing, laid-back baby. He had such a charismatic personality. When he walked into a room, he lit up the room. I think that Josh was born with a different brain chemistry than other children. And when he first took painkillers, his brain chemistry changed. And once he took that first pill, he was never the same. My daughter got married, and it was the happiest day of my life. 3 weeks later, I found my son dead in his apartment. I went from the happiest day of my life to the saddest day of my life. I didn't hear from Josh one day, and I started to get worried, and I had a really bad feeling inside. And the next day I was at work, and something came over me and said something isn't right. And I left work, I drove my car over to his apartment, and I went inside and I went upstairs to his room, and I found Josh. He was sitting at his desk, and he was leaning over his desk, and he looked like he was sleeping. I went over to touch him, to wake him up, and he was ice cold and frozen. I realized then that he was gone. After Josh passed away, I got a phone call from the manager of the sober house that Josh had lived in. And I found out that my son had gone out and helped all of these young people that just came in, had no money, had no jobs, had no family, no friends, no support.
He helped people get jobs, helped people get clothing, food. He had a lot of connections, a lot of friends who knew where to get things that they needed.
He definitely had this shine about him. Just an incredibly powerful person, you know what I mean? You definitely knew that there was something special about him. To anyone else that's lost, you know, a person through an overdose, there's nothing that can be done now that would bring that person back. However, in the case of the Zunic House, there is a place that, you know, unfortunately came from a tragedy that is now a positive place, that's a platform for other men in addiction to come and to be given a shot, because it's not like all the other houses where no one cares what you're doing, come home whenever you want, none of that, no.
We want people to be successful. We want you not just to have a job and pay your bills, we want you to be happy. We want you to be free from anxiety and grief and self-loathing, depression, sleep apnea, where you just feel like when you come home from work, whew, all that's out there. I'm here, I'm home.
And I could not believe that my son's name and his legacy would live on in a sober house. My son's spirit is living on here, and I do feel that he watches over this place. His spirit definitely is here and all around, absolutely.